Hey everyone, Chloe here, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, welcome. So today's video is inspired by toxic hate and bitter hatred and the low value men and the dusty women and the toxic people and their 1001 aliases who make it their business to mind feminine women's business instead of teaching themselves how to find some masculine respect and teaching themselves how to get a bag. And a lot of women get into it with Dusties in the comments section. And I have to admit that the comebacks and the clapbacks of many of my followers and listeners are quite hilarious. But I wanted to educate women on the whys and the reasons why dusty men and ear hustling dust bunnies troll this channel and why they are so bent on interrupting and disrupting women who are on a hypergamous path. And I wanted to discuss why MGTOW and red pill trolls are always trying to cut down and undermine women in the comment section. Now, spreading hate and misery is as old as time, and as a practice and a sport, it will never stop. But there aren't enough discussions as to the whys of why hate and misery are so commonly widespread. And as women, especially as hypergamous women, we are never emotionally, physically, mentally, or spiritually prepared for the amount of hate and pushback and nastiness and ugliness and vitriol and jealousy and envy that comes our way when we decide to make the conscious choice to improve our personal lives, especially with femininity. And so many women do not understand the root cause or the motivation of why low value men and women work so hard and campaign so hard to ensure that women remain masculine and rough and broken and dispirited and lost and unhappy and misguided. And so many women are not prepared for the perceived threat that becoming a feminine woman poses, especially when it comes to toxic and insecure people. So, here are the 8 main reasons why trolls and dust bunnies make it their 24/7 around the clock job to chop your tree down. Number 8. Dusties and dust bunnies diminish and devalue women so that they don't see themselves as worthy, so that women don't elevate themselves. Dusty men are always on the hunt to devalue women, not only because they are predators, natural predators, but also because they are low value men. And low value men never want women to have high self esteem or worth because it lowers their chance to exploit you. Number 7. Dusties are usually mentally unstable and sometimes they're narcissistic. Clearly, a lot of dusty men are missing french fries from their happy meal. A dusty is usually a black and white thinker who feels that all men should have negative feelings about women or that all women are trash to be discarded. And their rhetoric and played out talking points are on constant repeat like a broken record. Sounds mentally unstable to me. Number 6, a dusty usually has nothing to lose because they've never built anything. Men who haven't built anything are men that no one respects. And dusty trolls usually don't have a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out of. So they substitute their lack of respect with word salad and hurling insults to feed their insecurity. Number 5, they feel powerless. A powerless person is a person whose mindset and spirit have been taken over by negativity. And negativity makes a person feel miserable, and negativity makes a person feel small and inadequate and insignificant. And when a person feels powerless, they become fearful and ugly on the inside. Number 4, they are insecure. Insecurity is a word that I will be mentioning on my channel over and over and over and over again until it sticks, which is why you need to subscribe to this channel, because insecurity is the main driver of hatred and hate, especially when it comes to women and feminine growth and improvement. And insecurity is basically a person who is constantly living in a state of feeling inadequate and small and irrelevant and miserable and unhappy. Insecurity is a combination of several states of negative emotion. Number three, dust bunnies and trolls and dusty men are threatened by being left behind. Dust bunnies and trolls and dusties are people who live a very small life and they have a very small mindset. And they are people who have adopted a loser's mindset and the thought of others advancing and accomplishing is a very fearful thought, a fear inducing thought, because it shines a flashlight on the way they see themselves and the way they see the things that they haven't done and what they should be doing. But for whatever reason, they can't do it. And so they hate. And they do their best to pull you down into their low vibrations and into their even lower level lives and their low level loser way of thinking. Number two, they hate being ignored. Very simple. When a person is being ignored, they don't exist. So, negativity and negative attention will always be used as a tactic for trolls and dust bunnies to be recognized and to get negative feedback and negative recognition. Because for some people, negative attention is better than getting no attention at all. And the key word here is recognition and attention. Those are the key words because all living things want validation and recognition. Number one, arguing with women is the only way they'll get feminine attention. Ladies, never again allow a dusty to tell you that being feminine doesn't matter or that it's too late for you. In fact, being feminine is so valuable that a MGTOW or red pill troll will do anything to distract you and discourage you, all so that they can get a response and a reaction. Dusty men argue with women all day because it's the only way they'll be able to feed off of feminine attention. And when I see trolls leaving dusty comments, it only shows me how lonely they are and how thirsty they are for not only the validation of negative attention, but because that is the only way that they'll ever be able to get feminine feedback. Trolls who wear their dirty drawers and live in a dusty and damp and dark basement with flies, they don't have girlfriends or wives or women who care for them. In fact, they are womanless, and that makes them miserable and insufferable. So that's all I have to say on this for now. I don't mind the back and forth exchanges, but ladies, always be cognizant of the motivation of a hater and never take their behavior personal. I actually kind of pity them because trolls and dusties are truly miserable people that no one wants to be around. They are the epitome of self inflicted punishment, which is punishment that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. So stay tuned for more videos to come, and I will catch up with you guys in the next one.